in the outfield, I'd love to fucking feel what it's like to.
I kind of feel like you guys are the Angels in the outfield.
We're the Angels in the outfield.
There's some unknown, like.
Here you go with this fucking Tay Voodoo shit again. This dude's such a dickhead.
Jason Kelce brought more than 100 of his lookalikes to the Super Bowl in New Orleans, and he's stuck cheering on his brother Travis Kelce or his former team, the Eagles. While Kylie Kelce is reportedly going into labor this weekend, Jason also got fans excited by revealing pop star Taylor Swift's surprise plans for the Super Bowl at Caesars Superdome on Sunday. On new episode of New Height, the Kansas City Chiefs landed in New Orleans 1 week ahead of their Super Bowl matchup against the Philadelphia Eagles during opening night at the Superdome on Monday. Chiefs tight end Travis Kelce opened up about his future NFL career. "I've thought about it, but I still love what I do," Kelce said of retiring after 12 years in the NFL. "It's moments like these, weeks like these, the month that we just had in the playoffs that made me feel like I could play this game forever. I think I still get a lot of football left in me. I think this year has been one of the most special years of my life. I think it's going to continue to make me want to do more in the football world." Kelce's older brother, Jason Kelce, who announced retirement after 13 seasons with the Eagles last year, is also in New Orleans. While fans may catch him wearing Eagles gear at the Super Bowl on February 9th, he's always cheering for his brother's success. With both Kelce brothers being incredibly busy this week, they made a last-minute announcement on Tuesday night. While New Heights typically airs new episodes on Wednesdays, this week's podcast will drop on Thursday and will feature special guests. In the preview, Jason, 37, wore a Mardi Gras mask while Travis, 35, rocked a Michael Jordan sweatshirt, a nod to the former NBA legend who completed a three-peat twice in his career with the Chicago Bulls. Should the Chiefs defeat the Eagles on Sunday, they will become the first NFL team in history to achieve a Super Bowl three-peat. Speaking in New Height episode, Jason confirmed that Kelce's girlfriend, Taylor Swift, will be at the Superdome on Sunday. "Baby, let the games begin," Jason Kelce confirmed that Taylor Swift will be heading to the Super Bowl in New Orleans to support her boyfriend Travis Kelce and the Kansas City Chiefs as they take on the Philadelphia Eagles. When asked about who's coming into town for the big game and whether it'd be a family affair, Jason made it known that Travis' cheer squad is assembling. "Yeah, I think everyone's coming in," he began before rattling off some names. "I mean, I don't want to speak for everyone, but I think obviously, our whole family. I believe, obviously Trav and Taylor, and his family and his friends. I mean, Trav always travels like, full," he said of his younger brother. "Even when he's in regular season mode, he's always got a bunch of his friends there. It's been this way his whole career," Jason adds. "He's kept in touch much better with a lot of the people from our hometown. So there's always a loaded reserve for the Kelces, wherever we're at." Swift has been a staple at Chiefs games over the course of the season, continuing her support for Travis since her first appearance at one of his games in September 2023. Most recently, Swift participated in the nail-biting game between the Buffalo Bills and Chiefs on January 26 at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, where the home team came out victorious with a 32-29 win over the Bills to secure their spot in the Super Bowl. When the clock ticked down and the Chiefs secured the win, Swift made her way down to the field, like she did after last year's AFC Championship game, to celebrate with Kelce amid the confetti flying in the sky. They were seen hugging, kissing and saying, "I love you," as they celebrated. The Chiefs' return to the Super Bowl this year puts them in a unique position. Should they defeat the Eagles, the Chiefs will be the first team in the history of the NFL to three-peat at a Super Bowl, following their back-to-back victories in 2023 and 2024. It will also mark Swift's return to the Super Bowl, too, since last year when the Chiefs played the San Francisco 49ers in Las Vegas. The 14 Grammy winner was in a star-studded suite, alongside her group of friends as they cheered in support. When thinking about his brother and the Chiefs making NFL history with a three-peat win, Jason tells people that it'd be a really cool thing to be able to say that you've done. He adds, "It's an incredible opportunity." While Jason is torn between rooting for Travis or his old team in the most important game of the season, he has a new move. Birds of an eagle feather flock together. Jason Kelce touched down in New Orleans ahead of the Super Bowl on February 9th. And while he won't be playing in the NFL Championship himself this weekend, he found himself center of a different game. Find Jason. The Kelce-themed stunt, organized by the Courtyard by Marriott, called upon 10 lucky football fans to search for the retired Philadelphia Eagles star in a sea of jacket and jeans-donning Jason Kelce lookalikes to win an epic prize. It went fantastic. Kelce tells exclusively after the event. The lookalikes really looked alike, not that I'm a particularly hard person to look like, he jokes. It was a really unique experience to be down here in New Orleans for these super fans. He adds, if I wasn't Jason Kelce, I wouldn't know who the real one is either. When describing what it feels like to be surrounded by an army of people who looked like him, Kelce says, it definitely feels weird. However, he made clear that he wouldn't say necessarily uncomfortable. In fact, Kelce relishes in the company of his lookalikes despite the unique situation of having so many doppelgangers being in one place. It feels weird, but at the same time it feels like a lot of kindred spirits. He reveals that in addition to the spiritual element synonymous with his vibe, Kelce rattled off a few other physical features that are musts to resemble him accurately. Obviously you need a beard and hair in a similar style, he began to list. You got to have bushy eyebrows to really nail it. That's a very underrated part of looking like Jason Kelce, the dad of 4 makes clear. When you smile, your eyes almost need to disappear. Those are the big must-haves. He adds, and then after that, you need to be a pretty stoutly fellow with some girth to them. The winner of the Marriott Find Jason activation was awarded with the Courtyard Super Bowl Sleepover Suite, a Courtyard hotel room in the Caesars Superdome, and tickets to the game. Afterwards, the lookalikes, who were dressed in matching tracksuits, were stationed around the French Quarter giving away prizes like free stays, gift cards and more. It was a really, really fun experience, Jason said. The fun-filled day was an exciting way to kick off Super Bowl week in New Orleans in the lead-up to the big game on Sunday, where Kelce's brother Travis Kelce and the Kansas City Chiefs will face Jason's former team, the Philadelphia Eagles, in attempt to secure the NFL championship title. That if the Chiefs win, it will mark the first-ever Super Bowl three-peat in the history of the NFL. It's an incredible opportunity, Jason says of the never-done-before football feat. I think they're in uncharted territory already. He adds, it speaks to the unbelievable chemistry and team that they've had for a long time in Kansas City. It would be something really, really cool to be able to say that you've done in the NFL. But, is Travis Kelce planning a special proposal for Taylor Swift? The NFL star, 35, appeared to act very coy about whether or not he will be popping the question to his girlfriend Swift, 35, at halftime during the big game while talking with reporters at the Super Bowl's opening night event in New Orleans on Monday, February 3. When asked by a reporter if he planned to propose, Kelce simply answered, "Wouldn't you like to know?" as he smiled at the camera. Swift has appeared at several of Kelce's games since the pair started dating in 2023. She most recently supported him at the Kansas City Chiefs' victorious game against the Buffalo Bills in Kansas City, Missouri, on January 26. Kelce took on several questions about Swift during the press conference, including his favorite food she makes. "Oh, she's quite the cook," he replied. "I'm a breakfast guy, man. I would say her homemade Pop-Tarts are unbelievable." He also gushed over his girlfriend saying, "I better hold up my end of the bargain. She's up there being the superstar that she is and never taking no for an answer and always working her tail off. I better match that energy for sure." Kelce's response about a possible proposal to Swift comes days before his upcoming big game at the Super Bowl as the Chiefs take on the Philadelphia Eagles in a repeat matchup on Sunday, February 9. It is not yet known whether Swift will make an appearance at the game, though it is likely, as she has more free time since completing her record-breaking Eras Tour in December 2024. Swift attended the Chiefs' victorious Super Bowl game in February 2024. She was seen joining Kelce on the field after the team beat the San Francisco 49ers as the pair embraced and kissed in celebration. After the Chiefs' winning game against the Bills on January 26, Swift reunited with Kelce on the field again at Arrowhead Stadium in celebration as they both appeared to say, "I love you," to each other. Kelce's latest comments about potentially proposing to Swift come after the pop songstress recently showed love to her NFL boyfriend on social media. Before attending the 2025 Grammy Awards on Sunday, February 2, Swift liked a photo Kelce posted on Instagram of him wearing a yellow tracksuit while stepping off a plane with his team in New Orleans. At the Grammys, the So High School singer also appeared to nod to Kelce as she wore a thigh chain with the glittery red initial, T, to the ceremony. The Chiefs are going for a record-breaking third consecutive win for the Super Bowl trophy on Sunday. The team last played against the Eagles in 2023 at the tournament. The Super Bowl takes place on Sunday, February 9th at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time in New Orleans and airs on Fox.